This is another update about XB to XB wireless switch. This time we are going to introduce 4 control button switch on XB transmitter to control the 4 LED connected to the XB receiver. We can control as much as 8 control switch, but I'm going to show up to 4 just to illustrate the concept. So on the transmitter we have 4 buttons. The green button is connected via the green jumper wire on pin 20. It controls the pin 20 of the XB receiver where the green LED is also connected. Next is the red button, which is connected via the red jumper wire on pin 19. It controls the pin 19 on the XB receiver where the red LED is connected at the same pin. Next is the blue button, which is connected via the blue jumper wire on pin 18. This button controls the pin 18 on the XB receiver where the blue LED is also connected on the same pin. And next, the yellow button, which is connected via the yellow jumper wire on pin 17. So it controls the pin 17 on the XB receiver where the LED is also connected on the same pin. So let's have some more press. So going briefly on the wiring diagram, on one side of the button we have 4 blue wires. This is connected to the positive source of the battery. On one side of the button we have the jumper wire connected to the pins on the XB transmitter. The jumper wire is also in parallel with our pull down resistor, which is connected on the same common pin of the button, except that one end of the resistor is connected to the ground. So on the receiver side we have 4 LED. The positive leads of the LED is connected via this wire to the corresponding pins on the XB receiver. On the other side we have the negative leads of the LED connected to these 4 yellow wires tapped to the ground of the battery. The 2XB has its own power supply to ensure that the 2XB is isolated from each other. So our power supply provides separate for the receiver and a separate power supply for the XB transmitter. So let's have some more press. So everything seems very well. So we can go on to our schematics so we can have a much graphical view on how the components are connected to each other. This is the schematics of the 2XB module. On the left is the transmitter and we have on the right the XB receiver. So on the transmitter we have the 4 buttons and we have the 4 pull down resistor with a value of 5 kilo ohms. So by default the IO pins is connected through the resistor on the ground. This resistor will provide protection from any unwanted electrical charge that could be in contact with the IO pins. So in the next slides we can see in a live demo how what is the importance of this pull down resistor in preventing any unwanted electrical charge that could trigger the I/O pins on the transmitter, and so with the receiver. So on the receiver, we have those 4 LEDs connected to the corresponding I/O pins on the receiver. The TX and the RX, that is the pin 2 and 3 on the XB module, is not physically connected, since the two XB will be communicating wirelessly. However, that pin will always be active once the XB is powered on. As long as there is a data, then those two pins are always active. So I guess these schematics provide a much clearer graphical representation on how each component on the module is interconnected. Next, let us go to the configuration on each XB module. I have launched two windows of the XCTU software. Let's use the one on the left for the receiver. Let's connect it. So it's connected now properly. Now the baud rate, I use the 115200 because I have configured lately the XB for this speed. So in case you have difficulty on connecting with your module, try to use the default value, the 9600. So in my case, since I have configured my XB for some purpose at this speed, so I'm going to use the same speed, so I will be able to connect with the module. So anyhow, let's go to modem configuration. Let's read the XCTU configuration from the receiver. Basically, this is the same setup that we have done from our very first video using the one control switch. But this time we are going to modify the some of the setting. In this case, we need to modify only the part on the I/O settings. I suggest to visit the first video, which explains in more detail how we come up with all the setting, including this channel, PAN ID, and addresses on the each XCTU module. So, but this time I'm gonna show only all those modification and addition on the settings. What actually we have added on the settings is the 3 I/O pins, which intended for the additional LED. So all in all, we should have now 4 digital output pin for the 4 LED, which started from D0, which represents the pin 20, then the D1, which represent the pin 19, and D2, which represent the pin 18, and D3, which represent the physical pin number 17 on the XB module. So we need to put the pull-up resistor to be enabled, so it is also the same as we have configured before. So basically we add these 3 setup for the receiver. Let's just visit some of the settings. So we set the address from 1 as we did before. So I think this one, basically this one is the address of the transmitter, which we have marked here on the destination address. So other than that, we have not changed anything. Anyhow, let's scroll from the beginning just to show all the settings. So let's try to write okay. So that's all the changes and settings for the XB receiver. Now let's go to the transmitter. Now the XB transmitter is now hooked up on the USB port, and let's test the connection. So it's okay. Go to modem configuration and read the configuration. So again, these are all the settings, those highlighted in blue. So what the new changes is the D1, D2, and D3, which is now set as a digital input, and the rest is just the same. Now just to highlight regarding the use of sample on the TX, we put here 5. You can put more sampling, however the effect on that is that you need more time for the button to press, because the XCTU will transmit only data until it send all the samples. Say for example you require 100 samples, it will take time for the XB to send all those samples, so you need to press the button a little much longer until it sends all those samples. So until it sends all those samples, only then the receiver could recognize the data you have sent, or the transmitter have sent. So for a decent value, I think the value 5 is more than enough. So on the I/O setting, we did not change anything except the addition of the D1 representing the pin 19, D2 representing the pin 18 on the XB module, and D3 representing the pin 17 on the XB module, and D0 representing the pin 20 on the XB module. So the rest is the same setup that we have done previously. Next, how about the change detect? I thought that we need to set some bits on the additional I/O pins, but as we have demo before, with the same value or the default value, all LED is and the control switch is responding as expected. So we did not change the change detect at all. So let's scroll down again. That's the setting. Next, the I/O setting, I/O line passing, and the rest. So that's all the configuration for the 2XB module on the XCTU software. So let's go to the next slides. So on this part, we are going to demonstrate the importance of a pull-down resistor. As we have discussed earlier, what we have done now, we have removed the 3 resistor that was connected on our control switch. Okay, that's one interference there. So we have removed the 3 resistor that is connected to yellow button, blue, and red. we retain the pull down resistor for the green button switch, so we can have some comparison. As you can see, I'm just going near or hovering my my pen or my finger, I can easily influence the input pin that has no pull down resistor. So except for the green LED, which is controlled by the green button, which the pull down resistor is still in place, so any charges on the green button or on that pin is dissipated by the pull down resistor to the ground, so it's not being affected. But on the red now, see, the blue and the yellow is much affected by the electrical charge coming from unwanted source. So the human body emits some amount of that electrical charge, and which could easily affect many electronics with a floating point pin, such as the 3 pins on 17, 18, and 19. So by just tapping the button without even pressing it. This is the green button, nothing. See, red button, easily. The blue button, and especially the yellow, it is easily influenced. Okay, so that proves our discussion earlier about the importance of the pull down resistor.